Okay, so let's start cutting this guy up for the UV process. To do that, I'm going to be in edge mode. I'm going to click on an edge, hit Alt, and you can see that it went all the way around. Now if I went here, I can see it stops right here because it has to make a decision. It doesn't know if it wants to go here, here, or there. With this one, there's really no decision. It just keeps going around because there's no kind of intersection like that. I think I might cut off the head right here. So if that's the case, I'm going to do Alt-Shift to kind of continue it all the way around like that. And now that I have it like that, and now if I go to Q, Mark Seam, I can see that it's cut. And again, Alt. And if I come here, I feel like, let's take a look at, yeah, let's see here. So I'm just going to kind of go like this. Q, Mark Seam. And I'm going to try to cut off kind of the torso out of there. Okay, that's good. Q, Mark Seam. And now if I go to Edit, or I'm sorry, yeah, Edit, and I'll press A to select all. And then if I hit Q and then unwrap, I can see that here's the shells. So, and if I wanted to select them, I could go here, and now I can select this, and I have all these different areas. So one's the torso, legs, arms, and head. But obviously this still doesn't make much sense, so I'm going to have to cut it up even more. So if I come back here, I can cut like this from here to, so from here, if I hold down Control, it'll go from here to here, so from the red line to the red line, and then Shift Control, there we go, and now Q, Mark Seam. I'll do the same up here. And down here as well. Alright, Q, cool. Q, Mark Seam. Now, what's neat about this is we'll take a look at it now. So if I press A and then Q and then unwrap, I can see that the torso, the front and the back, are able to unwrap because it makes sense. They're able to lay out flat. And that's the goal that we want to have the whole thing. So again, let's just continue this process. For the legs, I'm going to go ahead and cut off the feet. So Alt-click, Shift-Alt-click. There we go. Q, Mark Seam. And then for the legs, I need to have at least one seam where it can be cut. So I'm going to go from here to here, and if I can hide it like in the middle of the leg, maybe even back here would be even better. Let's see. So from here, there we go. Q, Mark Seam. There we go. Q, Mark Seam. Excellent. Now those legs should be able to unwrap. I'll go ahead and cut off the hands. Alt, Shift Alt, Shift Alt, and Shift Alt. There we go. Q, Mark Seam. Same on this side. excellent. And for the feet, I might cut it right here. Cut the bottoms off. Excellent. And then for the feet, I'm also going to cut here to let that kind of unfold itself. Okay, great. Now let's see how we're doing. So if I do A to select all, Q, unwrap, I can start to see that, okay, here it looks like a leg, the torso. It looks like this other stuff isn't unwrapping that well, so I need to continue that, cut that up. So let's, again, continue the process. So if I go from here, okay, Q, mark seam. Remember, if you want to go from end to end, it's simply selecting the first one and then holding down Control and then click on the other one, Q, mark seam. There we go. Excellent. So now those arms will be able to unwrap. The hands can't unwrap yet, but I'll do those in a second. For the head, we're actually going to do this. I'm going to go from here. I'm going to follow that around and maybe just cut it to maybe here. That'll kind of allow it to release some tension. And then I also want to cut off the cavities of the mouth. There we go, like that. I'm going to go Q, mark seam. Okay, excellent. And for the hands, I'm going to find the exact center, which, let me see. Yeah, see, that goes all the way through the hands. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at it, dead on like that in wireframe. And then I'm going to switch to, actually, select box is fine. And then I'm going to hold down Control and I'm going to deselect all of that. There we go. I can see it goes from red line to red line. Q, mark seam. And then same with this side. I first need to select it so it goes all the way around. There we go. And then hold down Control. Excellent. Now I believe that this should be able to lay out flat. So if I press A, Q, unwrap, aha. Now it looks like everything is flat, and in the next lesson I'll show how to verify that it's laid out well.